All right.
Sure. Hey, welcome to Stuck in Beta. This is the podcast that is, we're on Facebook right now. So I'm Greg.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Josh.
And hey, our YouTube stream barfed.
Yep, it did. And we have food to eat.
Hopefully Facebook is working.
Jesus.
Macadamia nuts.
Today we have Peep flavored Oreos.
Peeps are peeps.
Oh, Jesus. Seriously, we're going to go through this again.
Well, there was an interesting topic we brought up earlier about you not liking chocolate regular Oreos.
I do not like
which is
original flavored Oreos. You are correct.
Bizarre.
I think they are bitter, and I won't eat them.
You're bitter. You're making me bitter.
Seriously, the only Oreo I will eat is the vanilla, the white Oreo.
So the story with this is that it turns your poop pink, right?
Yes.
And
that's the internet rumor.
This is my fourth
I dare
one
you.
now.
Here we go.
Here's the interesting thing.
It's like a smashed Peep.
Yeah.
It's got a beak on it, too. It does, too. Look at it.
Well, okay. But it comes off so easy. It's not like your normal cream where, one side of the cookie it'll stick to. It comes off like a piece of gum.
Okay, here we go. Here's the challenge.
Yeah.
Crack every one of those open and eat the cream out of it and see how pink your poop is tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
I think you should.
Why don't you do that?
No. I got to go have dinner.
Well, maybe this could be your dinner.
No.
You don't have to have dinner.
So we are unclear as to the amount of Peep innards we have to eat to get our poop to turn pink.
Right. But, these aren't bad.
No, they're not bad at all.
I like them.
The white Oreo is the better of the Oreo.
Oh, okay. What did we have before? The Swedish fish?
Chocolate Oreos.
But
were those chocolate?
Chocolate? No, they were white.
Were they?
Weren't they?
Are you sure?
Oh, they were chocolate with red.
I thought they were too.
It was bright red.
I couldn't get over the red filling. That was disgusting.
They were bad.
Yeah, because it tasted exactly like a Swedish fish instead of the cream filling.
Now, it would have been better with a vanilla cookie instead of the chocolate.
No, it wouldn't have
yes,
been
it would have.
either way. It didn't make sense.
It would have been fine with the vanilla cookie.
So, I bring up stories about my dog frequently, and a couple
What's your
weeks
dog's
ago,
name?
Yoshi, she's a little beagle. She's getting smaller because I've been feeding her less, and because I spoke a couple weeks ago about how people always comment on how much she weighs, and she never misses a meal and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
She got out over the weekend. One of the boys let her out, and she took off.
That's the worst feeling.
Yeah, and she comes back. And she's like licking. You can always tell because she's been somewhere she hasn't been because she's like licking her face off. And we always say, "You're licking your chops. You were up to something." And she goes into her kennel and hides. And after a little time goes by, all of a sudden she starts. You hear the vomit sound.
Oh no!
Lori races over there to their kennel. Get outside! She goes outside. She throws up a couple times. Comes back in. We didn't hear her throwing up anymore, but a while later, she hadn't moved out of her kennel in like hours, and the door was open and everything. We go over there. There's this huge puddle. Huge. It's like covering the front half of her kennel. And Lori's like, oh my God, she threw up, and there's so much stuff in there. And I went over to clean it. I took the kennel outside, and I'm like looking at it, and it's leaves, like tree leaves. But there's this white stuff too. The only thing we could figure out is it was like grease.
This is disgusting.
It was like food grease.
Could be.
I don't know. She got into like bacon grease or something somewhere.
That's pretty wild.
So, yeah, that was a mess to clean
So
up.
do you dump like your bacon grease out in the woods?
No, we don't. I don't know where she got it. Her nose just takes her wherever. It's just
like
a
Toucan
beagle.
Sam.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
You have another 1980s cartoon story about
Just
Toucan
follow
Sam.
my nose. It always knows.
Yeah, that's her.
So, how many days until the wedding?
Days. There is 10 days.
Wow, we are close.
Man.
10 days.
Yep.
Bachelor parties this
Oh
weekend.
yeah, bachelor party. Woo!
Zeroing in, yeah.
I believe Josh has the little people and the strippers reserved. They may or may not be the same people.
Okay.
You said the shorter the better, right?
I don't remember that, but okay.
No, it should be a good time as long as the weather holds out.
Yeah, 1 to 3
Oh
inches.
my gosh. Speaking of little
It's
people.
better. No, that's not true, Greg. Greg,
the smaller the better.
no, no. Well, I'll never forget that story. It was when we worked together. We were for some reason.
He was the guy who.
Are you kidding
Yeah.
me? He was the guy that went and got the video and
Yeah.
took it to
Yeah.
Applebee's.
Oh no, this story's bad. We don't I don't know if we want to go over this story. Man, I thought about
I can't believe you remembered that.
Oh, it's ingrained in my burned
God.
in my brain.
So I guess we got to talk about it now.
Well, I'll just tell it from my point of view.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got on this one day at work, but we were talking about little people, and maybe it's because of that show, Little People, Big World on TLC.
The
or
first
something.
day of work.
Oh
Yeah,
no, it was not the first. day
No,
of work.
there was some. I'm like, okay, this is going to be the place I work at.
These are my people
talking about these things. Okay,
But you came up with a piece of knowledge that little people, their
Endowment.
private areas are the size of normal people, the
normal
regular,
size.
Yeah.
regular people.
Yeah.
And I asked how you knew. And the story goes, well, I have a friend.
Yep.
That would be me.
Are we just leaving it there? Or?
So I don't even remember how that. We used to go to Applebee's.
He said you worked at Applebee's.
No, I didn't
No.
work there. We used to go there pretty frequently for a. They had a dollar special on drafts, and we were like 21, 22 at the time, and we had we spent whatever. It was like one night a week, and we would be there late in the evening, and I don't know how, but somehow that conversation came up, just like it must have.
Yeah, I don't
between
remember
the two
how
of
it
you.
came up, yeah.
And I don't remember if we had previously seen this adult movie or if we knew of one that existed, but there was this place, not just a couple miles down the road of this Applebee's where
By a pink elephant.
By Pink Elephant.
By the way, this conversation was being had by not only us patrons, but by the employees there too.
Which you knew, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, we were regulars.
Oh,
and
okay.
So the bartender was like, "Oh, yeah, really?" And we went and got the video, came back, and he decided to go ahead and put it up on all the TVs in the place.
What
And-
time of night
Oh, it was like
this?
midnight.
Oh, okay.
All the
And
TV.
They were basically shutting down. There was a handful of customers still left in the place, maybe one or two. And I remember somebody went around asking, "Hey, we're going to do this." I don't know who
Are you
thought
kidding?
this. No, I don't know who thought this was a good idea. But somebody
Great.
decided that they're going to go around and ask these people if they can put this video up. And apparently the people all said it was okay. And so they put this video up, and we're just going, "Oh my God, this is crazy." They locked the door so nobody else could
Sure.
come in. But yeah, so we watched the movie, they watched the video, and it was just surreal. And then shortly after, the bartender got fired.
That's what he said. Yeah, that's what he told us.
He showed up at the place. I think it was worked out well for him, but yeah, he got fired for it.
Krieger's, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Krieger's at the time going there. Yeah,
It's Hot Shots now.
yeah. It was wild. Yeah, that was
That's
crazy
funny.
situation.
I don't remember telling you. Really.
Oh, yeah, I remember distinctly you telling but I don't remember how we got on that subject. I mean, it's work. I mean, IT people are weird people.
Yeah.
So, back to the wedding. I don't know
Yeah.
how we segued from wedding talk into midget movies.
Well, entertainment for the bachelor party.
Oh, that's right.
Segue.
Yes.
Yeah. So
You're flying them in, right?
We've got I think pretty much everything paid now
Yeah.
for the most part. That check to Schlafly, that was hard.
Really? Yeah.
It was one of those where every time I've been up there, they goes, "Hey, you want a drink? You want a beer?" I'm like,
And now,
"Yes."
now you building you for all.
yeah. Like,
How many people are here? Okay, and the 16 beers that you've had every time you've been here testing food.
16 beers, jeez.
Well,
I wish.
We need to work something out. I'll be right up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like a beer?
What
Yeah.
is this extra $1,100 on it?
Those are your testing beers, Mr. Mouchon.
Oh, wow.
That many? Wow.
These must have been Molly's.
Yeah, blame it on Molly. Yeah. So you've got stuff arriving at the house. The studio is quite cramped.
Yeah. Well, Molly's a lot of showers. She's had a couple showers,
Yeah.
but then we're having just wedding gifts shipped in. So it's nice and all, but man, we're running out of space. You know.
You might have to get rid of some of your pallets over there.
Well, those are important.
Yeah.
So
So 10 days. Man.
yeah.
Are we gonna have Are we having a podcast next week? With it being wedding
guess
prep
so.
week.
Yeah. We got the rehearsal
Thursday,
dinner
right?
on Thursday.
Yeah, so we could do one.
I think it ought to be wedding themed. We ought to.
I don't know what we're gonna do
We need those
the
t-shirts.
the week after though.
What do you mean?
Seriously, did our stream
I don't
seriously
know. It's
just
been locked
die?
up for a while. I was just going with it.
No, it's hiccuping.
So
It
you're
didn't look like it was.
Are you gonna be
looks like it's
gone?
fine.
going to be gone the week after next? The big
Yeah,
the big honeymoon.
the big honeymoon.
And you're going to Dollywood?
Dolly. Yeah, yeah. We're going to Smokies.
Are you going to Hollywood? Really?
Going to Gatlinburg, and
You have Dollywood tickets?
no, we don't have any of that.
You went there
Hey,
like
we should
what,
get
last year.
We should get him that for his wedding.
Dollywood.
Give it, the morning of the wedding. Here, we got you something. We got you something nice.
How romantic.
Hey, we'll use them.
Fast pass tickets to Dollywood.
That'd be nice, man. Come on. So,
we got
Isn't there a aquarium down there too? Or is that
no, that's
Louisville? Maybe.
something like that.
Yeah. So my wife's car caught on fire this week.
oh man,
Yeah. So
like literally caught on fire, or was
well,
there
I
smoke?
didn't see it. I'm sitting in Breadco drive-through. Thanks for leaving, Greg.
See ya.
I'm sitting in Breadco drive-through Friday morning getting a muffin for breakfast because I do that on Fridays, and a hazelnut coffee. And my phone rings and it's Annette. She says, "Hey, my car's on fire," and I'm at Starbucks in Arnold.
Was she that calm? Hey, my car's on fire.
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah.
It's out in the parking lot. I'm getting a white mocha latte.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, I can't really do anything. I'm stuck in the drive-through line at Breadco. I said, but I'll be up there. So I went and I had to drop Jackson off and at school. And what do we? Should we stop the story? What do we?
No,
do?
go ahead.
Go ahead.
So I drop Jackson off, go running up the highway. She's at Starbucks. She calls me again and she says, it won't start now. There's no power on the dash, and it smells like it's burning. Okay, great. So I get up there and get to the car. Sure enough, I get there and boy, it stinks. I mean, like that plastic, that electrical
burn. Yeah.
stinks. I'm like, oh, great. So I sit in the driver's seat and try. It's a push button start car, no key, nothing.
That's your problem right there.
Well, nothing on the dash. The interior lights don't come on. The dash doesn't. Nothing. Not even trying to crank. I'm like, well, the battery's probably fried. So my way up there, I'm Google searching, Dodge Charger 2012 fire. And it came back with that recall that you had found too, that P60 recall. Well, apparently there's a recall for Dodge Chargers made between 2011 and 2013 that have a 160 amp alternator because the alternators catch fire.
Oh.
I thought, well, okay, great. So I called the 800 number before you had told me about it. And I said, here's my story. I'm in a parking lot, car caught on fire. Now it won't start, probably the alternator. She says, give me your VIN number. Give her the VIN number. Nope, your car is not in that recall. So what do you mean it's not in the recall?
It's on fire right now.
It's on fire. It's got the right motor. It's manufactured in the right window. What do you mean it's not in the recall? Nope, not in the recall. Your VIN number doesn't match. Okay, great. I said it's got a powertrain warranty. Is it under the powertrain warranty? Nope. The only thing on the powertrain warranty are things that have lubricant. Okay, great. So, it doesn't include water pump, alternator, crap like that.
Yeah.
So I knew I was going to have to buy it. So called tow company. They took it to a shop. Take a guess. Oh, I think I told you guys, didn't I? Damn it. $880, but that included a new battery for $160. The towing, which was $98, I think, and the labor was only $150 for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a pretty simple fix then.
Yeah.
'Cause that's probably like $150 is probably like an hour and a half.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't ask. I paid and left.
That's actually
That's not a
steal.
bad deal.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
You do
It still sucks. It still sucks that I had to pay $880 to do this when I wasn't planning to do it.
Right.
But you're right. That
you're
is not
balling.
a bad deal.
Normally it's the other way around where you get a $150 part and it takes 6 hours to fix. So that's where I'm always at. So
We had to take your motor out and lift
Yeah,
it up and
yeah,
put the
exactly.
motor part back on there.
While we were in there, we also found.
Yeah.
$900
Why
in
are you
labor
looking
for
for
a
other
$50
crap?
part.
Yeah, so that was my Friday. That was awesome.
That's not bad. So it's running now and everything's
Yeah,
good?
as far as I know, it's not.
that's cool.
On fire going down the highway.
Yeah, good.
But boy, it did stink. Jeez.
So
This beer is good.
What do you think
what
of
is
this?
it?
This
Key Billy.
This is very good.
This is one that I brought back from Florida a while ago. It's a key lime island ale, an ale with key lime juice.
Huh.
So it's got
I
that.
was thinking more pineapple.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely taste lime flavor.
Your taster's off.
It's the Peeps. They've messed them up.
It's the Peeps, man.
Yeah, it tastes pineapple. I mean, it could be key lime. It doesn't matter. It's good.
It's good, and it is an amber ale perfect for an afternoon of fishing or boating in the Florida Keys.
And it's free for me and you, Josh.
That's right.
Hey, so on Friday, I saw the new Logan movie, and I'm not talking about my nephew. He's not in the movie.
Good one.
Man, everybody that knows you have a nephew named Logan's going to love that joke.
So it's about Wolverine. So this is a guy that has claws. I don't know if you know that. That's come out of it.
Tell me more.
He's
Animanium, or whatever it's called? Animaniacs?
from his hands. From Animaniacs, yes.
No, that's what it's called. The steel is called that, right? Animaniacs.
It's not Animaniacs.
Animanium or something like
X-Men,
that.
right?
Well, yeah, he's an X-Men character.
So anyway, this movie, it's not like it's a Logan story. It's a Wolverine story. It's about him taking care of an aging Professor X, which has basically some sort of sickness, like I wouldn't say Alzheimer's, but he keeps having seizures and stuff. And when he has seizures,
neurological disease.
yeah, when he has seizures, because he can control minds and stuff, he's like everyone around him is like affected.
Oh,
So everyone around him is like paralyzed. You know?
really?
So it's pretty neat. And then there's a new like little kid that is similar to Wolverine, has got similar powers and
Now,
all
see,
that. And
I am not a comic book person. To me, the previews made that look like that was his kid. Is it not?
yeah, more or less, yes.
Oh, okay. Who's the mom? Is it another X person?
Yeah, you kind of find out. It's kind of made in a lab type thing.
Okay.
So Mr. X, is that still
Professor X.
or Professor X?
Mr. X.
Sorry.
He didn't get his teaching degree to become Mr. X.
It's still what's his name from
Patrick Stewart.
yeah, Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this was a really good movie. It's R-rated, so
Really?
I mean,
For an X-Men movie?
F-bomb bounces around a lot by
Like this show.
Yeah, Wolverine is prone to throw out the F-bomb.
What?
Pretty violent. I mean,
Really?
very
Like
violent.
Deadpool violent?
Yeah, I mean, I'll get there in a second.
Okay.
So he's like, he's taking claws, right through the heads and
They showed
stuff,
blood and brain going everywhere.
chopping off heads.
Really?
So it's Deadpool violent.
And there's some boobs at one part.
Whoa!
So, yeah. I mean, it's just it's kind of like, we're an R-rated,
Might as well.
pull out your boobs.
I got a question. Did you take your mother to see this
He's
movie?
gonna say that on Saturday night is what he's gonna do.
I know your mom really enjoys it.
Oh, she loves X-Men movies, but no, no. Molly and I.
Would you have been able to sit there comfortably with your mother sitting next to you and this?
Yeah,
watching this
yeah.
movie?
As long as Molly was between them.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's-
I'm thinking back to the old X-Men movies, and they were pretty like.
Oh,
Yeah.
they were
They
like
were PG,
PG-13
Not even
probably,
13,
were they?
Probably. Just PG,
Yeah,
probably. Well, maybe
PG-13, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed
Some
this
scenes
movie.
may be too intense for.
Yeah.
It's kind of a downer movie, but it's a really good story. Because his healing ability is kind of going away. It's like
Going away.
Oh,
Yeah.
So he's dying?
yeah, more or less. He's not able to heal as fast.
Really. Every
And-
time the claws came out, it was like an
It would cut through his skin. Yeah.
So
But-
what was there some sort of hint at?
So before the movie I mean, this has been on. So this may be a spoiler, but before the movie started, you think you're going into the Wolverine movie, but it's a quick little Deadpool
Oh, yeah?
short. Yeah. And I think Ryan Reynolds tweeted out the video, so you can find it online. But it's a little Deadpool thing of he sees a guy in the street and he's wanting to save him, so he gets in a phone booth and you hear the Superman music playing like he's changing into his costume, but it's taken him so long. And his butt is against the phone booth. And then when he's in there, you hear a gunshot. He's like, "Oh shoot!" So,
but that's kind of like leading you to believe there's some sort of connection there.
yeah.
There's a Deadpool 2
No,
coming, right?
just after that, it says Deadpool will be coming soon or whatever. The next Deadpool.
But that has been the discussion, right? That maybe there'd be, or at least that was from maybe the Wolverine perspective, that they would be okay with that being the next.
I could see, because Fox owns X-Men, Fox owns Deadpool, so.
And this was supposed to be the last Wolverine movie, unless there's something completely different.
I really doubt Hugh Jackman will do another Wolverine.
Unless it's with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, maybe a cameo or something.
Huh.
But yeah, I recommend it. Definitely not for the kids though.
Weird.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because those comic book movies are starting to take that turn. I
Yeah.
mean, Deadpool was absolutely. I think I even talked to you, maybe even on the show.
Yeah.
When we saw it, that lady, they brought like their 3-year-old, and they were.
I'm a Pole.
Yeah, she was panicked and like during the
It's an
amorous
R-rated movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
the amorous scenes of Ryan Reynolds and his girlfriend having relations. She's gasping. The whole theater can hear her gasp and throwing her coat over the kid's head and running out of the theater. It's like,
my word.
seriously, lady, you didn't know what this movie was about?
Yeah. That's like my aunt taking one of my cousins when he was like 5 years old to see Jurassic Park, going, "Oh, this is a little story about dinosaurs," and then he was like, "Ah!" Come on, know your kid's age and what you're going to see on the screen.
So are you guys watching the April the giraffe videos? Are you live streaming and trying to see when she's going to give birth?
It comes up in my feed all
I know,
the time.
dang, Channel 5 keeps posting that crap.
And I'm like, oh, is this the feed are this the same video from the other day? Is this live?
How long's that feed been going on?
know.
It seems like weeks.
Is this at the St. Louis Zoo?
No, it's some zoo in Africa, isn't it?
So it's not even a local
No, it's
story.
not. It's not a local giraffe at all.
And it's just about to give birth? That's
She's
it.
like any day she could go into
And that
labor.
Probably happens every day somewhere.
I don't know how often a giraffe gives birth in captivity.
No. I mean, like, just giraffes reproduce still, right? I mean, they're not like on the endangered species.
That's a
list,
good
are they?
question. I don't know. Here we are making fun of giraffes reproducing, and they might be endangered.
Well, with her name being April, wouldn't she have to wait like 20 days? And
Well, that's a good point, Greg. Well, anyway, I found a local place that had a giraffe that has babies on their parking lot.
oh yeah,
Yeah, took a picture and put it on Instagram. Josh, you'll have to share it on the
Okay.
on the page
on the
Instagram.
Facebooks or
On the Facebook
Instagrams
web,
or whatever.
Twitters.
I guess giraffes are endangered.
Oh, see here, you were making fun of giraffes having babies and they're endangered.
Their
This
numbers-
happens every day, is what
Yeah,
you said.
I guess not.
Hate giraffes.
Numbers are dwindling across Africa because of poaching and habitat loss caused by human population
You have a
growth.
giraffe pelt on your
I
floor.
like a
don't you?
poached giraffe.
Man,
it's delicious.
You know,
Oh, here we go.
yeah,
Here's the story.
my wife's uncle went to Africa on a safari
Yeah.
many years ago. I'd say probably 10 years ago or so, and he took a giraffe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's got my father-in-law.
What did he do with it?
And my
Uh-oh.
he shipped it back.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he have it stuffed?
Parts of it, yeah. He's got it from the I guess the bust you would call it.
Yeah.
like you would do like a deer.
How
He's got
tall
that.
or how
God, how
long?
long-
Is,
yeah.
Just from the shoulders up, it's like 8 or so feet tall.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just don't.
it's weird.
That'd be weird hanging on a wall.
It's not hanging on a wall. It's like standing. They got it where it just like stands up.
I'm no animal rights person or anything.
I know it's
but
weird.
but I don't know.
I don't know that I could kill a giraffe.
Giraffes are pretty docile creature.
Yeah, I
All
mean,
they do is
I
eat
know.
leaves.
I know.
Warthogs or maybe
But are
I don't-
do you eat giraffe meat
I don't
or
know.
anything?
I've never asked,
If you're,
but I thought
I'm
it
sure
was
there's
just
locals
strange.
that probably do.
I mean, people
I mean, as long as
people shoot deer around here all
Sure.
the time, but you're
God,
thinning, helping the
yeah.
population.
there are nuisance.
Millions of them.
Yeah.
And you're, a lot of them are just, you're eating them too.
I wonder, does it say when they went on the endangered species list? I see 2014 there. Is that?
Yeah. I don't know if that's.
It's really sad.
Well, that's when the picture was. But I mean, if someone was able to eat the meat of the giraffe, that'd make it a little bit better. But I don't know.
I don't want to Google that. Giraffe meat.
Giraffe meat.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, that's. I always thought that was strange.
That is
go to
kinda
his house,
strange.
He's got that, and he's got. I think he's got like some hooves, like the lower parts of the legs are.
So he's missing the body. It's
Yeah, I don't know what he did with it.
got a
They-
weird
they
display.
ship it
What
back.
kind
I
of
mean,
boxes
could you
were
imagine
they
that would-
shipped in?
Yeah.
Could you imagine? It would cost thousands of dollars.
Well, but
probably.
really think about it. We worked for a guy that had an office full of exotic animals
Yeah.
that he had killed. When you're shipping them back, it's not the animal, it's the pelt that they're shipping back. And then once it gets here, it goes on a foam body. It's not the real body that's
Right.
stuffed. It's
Right.
a foam carcass kind of shell.
Oh, so you think all that was left behind? Maybe
I
and they
wouldn't
just-
be surprised they skinned it. Then, and maybe that's why he only has the neck and the head.
Right.
I don't know.
And the hoofs.
There,
He's
there.
got the. Yeah, I bet he's got the body pelt, somewhere. But I just haven't
Carpet.
seen it.
It's just weird
It's
to
a
me.
blanket on his bed.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We lost 2 of our listeners.
Anyway.
Poor giraffes.
Yeah, that would be weird. I don't know that I could I could safari and shoot a giraffe.
Yeah, it just seems.
I mean,
like
I know rhinos are on the endangered species list, but if
Rhinos.
if they charged at the car or bus I was in, I'd shoot them. Warthogs,
rhinos are really mean, but
they're meaner than
giraffes
hell. Yeah. Isn't that like the top killer in Africa? Is
Yeah.
not giraffe? Rhinos?
Yeah, I think
Yes,
so.
but
Yeah, I
their
think so.
instinct is to put out fires. Did you know that? They stamp out fires.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
When you're making that up?
Rhino instincts, huh?
Yeah.
Where did you hear this?
The Simpsons. So I'm sure it's true.
The
It
Simpsons.
was either rhinos or hippopotamus. I can't remember.
The Simpsons have predicted the future, so it's probably true. They predicted the Trump presidency.
Yeah.
Yeah, do rhinos really stamp out fires?
Stomp.
Well, stamp. I don't know. There's a lot of words here, so
Doesn't make for great radio.
They are ugly creatures.
They are ugly creatures.
Wow.
And mean.
They're not ugly.
Yes, they are.
And they can run like 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Despite their size, they're,
unbelievable.
like, super fast.
And hippos are meaner than hell too, aren't they?
I think so.
What are you laughing about over there?
He's watching that Simpsons episode now.
Yeah, he pulled up the Simpsons episode. He's watching. Yeah.
So,
We lost another viewer, didn't we?
Boy,
This show's going to hell in a handbasket.
minutes viewed 21. I don't know if I would like to know if this is actually live streaming. Can we save this now?
I don't know. I think so.
it becomes archived.
Yeah, it becomes archived, and I think you can save
All
it.
right.
So you're working on a wedding box for me
Yes, I am. So
for the cards.
it took a little bit of a turn for the worse. It was frustrating because I went out and bought all the materials, and I bought this piece of pine lumber, 1x10, I think it was, and on the way home it rained.
Oh no!
And I didn't think anything of it, and Lori's like, "Isn't that gonna?" I'm like, "We'll get it in the house. It won't be a big deal." I stood it up, and I didn't think anything of it. And I got it out this past weekend, and I started measuring it out and everything, and I started cutting. And then before I knew it, I realized it was cupped. Like
Oh,
the
really?
entire board was cupped. Like you really couldn't tell by just looking at it until you like laid it
Right.
flat on something. It wasn't flat.
Huh?
So I don't know. I might go back to the drawing board and
Oh yeah.
redo
Man,
it.
the clock is ticking, man.
Oh, I'm under the gun. I'm stressed.
Because you
I
gotta
got
figure.
So much stuff
I mean,
to
you
do.
gotta have to give that to Molly probably at the rehearsal. Then the stain.
No, not at the rehearsal.
She,
Oh,
I
she'll
would
expect it.
I would
tomorrow.
I would want to give it to her ahead of time.
I don't have it ready tomorrow.
I'm kidding.
I'm not
gonna
saying
have it ready
tomorrow.
for
I
the
would say
rehearsal.
the rehersal.
Rehearsal dinner.
Yeah. Not
Yeah, that's-
Saturday, not the actual rehearsal. the
so
dinner.
They're 2 different days.
Yeah, Thursday.
Because I mean, you would want to give it to her early, so then the stain's got to dry for a day or two, right?
Yeah.
The clock is.
I know. I'm stressed about it. I was like, I started putting it all together, and I'm like, wow, this is not. It was just like, I can't believe this. It was definitely because it got wet, and it just had a slight warp to it. So now everything was just
Now
like,
it's worse.
screwed up.
So, hey, Greg's got some pallet wood over there you could use.
I thought about using some pallet wood. Yeah, make it a rustic.
Rustic? Yeah, that could go on that show Fixer Upper on
Rustic
HGTV.
boxes.
I've got some pallet wood as well, but I was trying to make it a little nicer than that. Not so rustic. I don't know.
So the bigger question is your best man speech done?
Kind of got a few ideas running around in my head, and I don't know how long it'll end up being. So I gotta really. I'll probably just get up there and go.
Just don't cry.
Yeah, good job, guys. Well, here's
I love you both. Good night.
here's my fear, my concern, I guess.
Picture everyone.
Is,
You're gonna be
is that I'm not
inconsolable.
I'm not at all worried about being nervous or anything like Greg was giving his speech at my wedding, but I'm more worried about the bus ride that we're gonna take during the
And getting
intermission.
schnockered.
Yeah.
How
And then-
how long's the intermission?
4 hours. Yeah, but we'll do a lot. We'll have a lot of pictures and stuff too in between then.
I told
Yeah.
Lori, I said, I don't know, maybe I
And
need
a
to
lot
make
of
this
beer.
just short and sweet and just, and she's like, well, why? I'm
Write
like,
it down.
I'm afraid I'll have, a couple too many to drink.
I'll be sober. So if you need a backup, I'll write it down.
Why
so
are you
I
gonna be sober?
I don't like getting drunk.
No, I don't either, but I mean, I don't know. Just the slight nervousness, plus being in front of a crowd, plus.
You'll be fine.
And she's like, no, you'll probably want to have a couple drinks.
Yeah, to take the edge off, I agree.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
You'll
I'm
be
not really
fine.
worried about it.
You'll be fine.
I'll just
bring-
go up there and go, hey, Greg!
Well,
Finally!
I still got to work on my my vows. Like that
Oh, you're
whole-
writing your
yeah,
own?
Yeah.
Maybe that we should do that next week. We should help him write his vows.
You're writing your own vows?
Well,
Never
we're
knew this?
yeah we decided it was kind of one of those things where we're
we
like,
should do this next week
we only have one time to say something, so
in front of
no
God and
idea.
everybody. Who's the preacher, by the
Molly.
way?
Molly's her youth pastor.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Molly, I'm glad you appreciate my nerdiness and my affection for the 80s.
Appreciate, accept.
Yeah.
I'm really good at trivia.
Well, yeah. I told her.
You appreciate my trivia.
I told her, I'm like, I'm gonna have to write all this down. I may be reading from a paper because.
And she said, "No, you have to memorize."
No,
it.
she didn't say that. But she goes, "I'm just gonna wing it." Like what?
That is so Molly, because I was talking to her about the best man speech, and she's like, because apparently she was a maid of honor, and she said, "Oh, I just wung it. I winged it. I didn't."
Wung it.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it is weird. I like wung. You can say
that's
it.
what she said.
Yeah,
She didn't even have anything prepared.
So next week we're helping him write these during the show.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, no, we're doing
She
it.
listens. I don't want her to hear it.
Molly, you can't listen next week.
Every bit of it would sound like groveling. I'm so sorry that I am. I do a podcast.
I'm not going to be like that.
Thanks for accepting my podcast and my home brewing and my...
Thanks for accepting my dog as one of your own.
Yeah.
I love yours too. I consider Gus my own. And Lulabelle, the fat child.
Oh, man.
That's good.
Well, boys, we I have dinner waiting.
We've went from YouTube to Facebook this week.
It's been a week, man.
I hope it works.
Hey, I like Facebook better than YouTube, quite honestly. I think we reach a vast... I don't know where I'm going with this. I think we reach a much higher number of people on Facebook than we would on YouTube.
I hope so. I just hope it's
Honestly.
working right.
I think it is. We got... Greg's doing something weird now, and we just lost a viewer because of it. But we got people watching.
I'm trying to find.
What the
There you
hell
go.
are you doing?
That's what I was trying to find. Sorry.
So, Josh, what's our social medias?
Oh, goodness. Put me on the spot. We have Twitter at twitter.com stuckinbetacast, Facebook at facebook.com/stuckinbetapodcast, and Instagram.com/stuckinbetapodcast.
Greg, what's our feedback email?
stuckinbetapodcast@gmail.com.
And we have a website?
We have a website too. Go to stuckinbetapodcast.com and we'll have all our links to our socials and everything up there.
No, we're not putting our social security numbers up
Yes,
there.
we're social security. Will be up there.
We need to change our email and do like feedback at Stuckinbeta. Now that we have a domain.
Oh, you want me to?
I think that's a good idea, don't you think?
Well,
Oh, sure.
we can. It really
It's
doesn't.
not hard. Anyway,
Matter.
all right, boys. Anything else for this week? Next week, look forward to us helping Greg write his wedding vows, apparently. And are we going to talk about the bachelor party?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
We'll talk about some of it.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not like it's going to be X-rated.
Oh,
I think I'm nervous that Greg has some sort of expectations.
I know.
No,
You can
no.
tell. He's got a
subtle.
seed. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
There's a seed of wanting strippers to do cocaine off his ass or something weird.
no.
There's a weirdness that he's like throwing
I know.
out there.
So 21-year-old Greg or 25-year-old Greg had this vision. Now that he's close to 40, he's like not. He
gotta
had
go
a
to
vision.
bed.
He had a
Yeah.
vision of his bachelor party,
Yeah.
but now it's like, no, I don't
No,
really
I
want
don't know that I could
but-
live
I'd
through
rather
this.
just go to some local brewery.
That's what we're doing,
Yeah.
man. And there might be little people there. You never know. If you walk into Four Hands and you see a little person, you are gonna freak out.
I don't know what
You're gonna panic.
about.
Is what you're gonna do.
He's got to go up to the little guy and say, "Are you here for my bachelor party?"
Are you here for my party? Oh God!
You guys are wrong.
That's the third
Are you here for me? Where are your friends?
This is terrible.
That is very bad.
All right, next
Well,
week.
we'll see you next week.